The Thunder look like they're not messing around tonight. They had a little bit of an edge. And let's go.
Hey, Kevin,
Everyone talks about the Heat culture. It is special. David, thank you. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for him.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Bradley Beal is out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Bullock in at the small forward. And for Miami, they've got Chris Paul. Wiggins is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Gordon, and it's Noel in at the 5, roaming the paint. And as the regular season winds toward the playoffs for those teams in the upper half of the standings, Greg, how much are they looking at seeding and their potential playoff opponents?
You know, Kevin, guys won't admit to it, but it's human nature to think ahead, to try and map out that route through the brackets. And you get a sense, if you played a team 3 or 4 times, how you match up, what you do well against them, and what our areas are concerned for you.
Clock is at 3. There's Beal with the 3. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist.
Well, Bradley Beal's mechanics are so pretty. What a shot.
To the inside. Here's Paul, and he lays it straight in.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Gordon against Beal. Shoots. Gordon with the defensive effort. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Miami.
And how about this, Doris? For all of his offensive accomplishments, Beal has said he wants to make the all-defensive first team at some point.
Well, he has the instincts, the athleticism, and the tenacity to do exactly that, Greg. The problem is he has had to expend so much energy at the offensive end. But what you love is he's willing to take on difficult challenges. That should help him qualify.
Now Bullock, following the three-point attempt by Andrew Wiggins.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Siakam passes to Wiggins. Back to Siakam. Good ball movement here by Miami. Wiggins against Beal. A second chance effort. Robinson with the block.
Well, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
Count that one from VanVleet.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass. Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
And stolen by Wiggins. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And now a fast break for the Thunder. VanVleet with the ball. Eric Gordon on the wing. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Have to be very careful when you're guarding Gordon. He's adept at putting pressure on the defense.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And it's VanVleet with the ball for Oklahoma City, trailing by 4. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. 2 teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Now, here's Siakam. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, but I thought the shot blocking was the real story. I mean, he was just everywhere. It got hard to keep track of all his rejections.
Now Bullock, following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Bullock, and the rejection by Noel.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Beal against Gordon. Now here's Beal. He's covered closely. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Heat lead by 4. And Pascal Siakam before the game tonight shared his thoughts.
It was always a team, and I think we don't look.
And Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Thunder 5 right now. Anthony is out there with Robinson. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and it's Beal in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Siakam, and another basket for Miami.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
VanVleet looking around. And there's the pass to Carmelo. Paul against VanVleet. A putback, and Robinson is right there.
What a presence Mitchell Robinson has given this team on the interior. He knows he can be a threat on the offensive glass.
Now here's Paul. Basket good. Paul's got the lead up to 8 now for Miami.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Down low, and the dunk by Robinson.
Well, Bradley Beal increasingly becoming a dangerous playmaker. What a pretty pass.
And you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Bill's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
1:58 left in the first half of the game.
Just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Wiggins, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Oklahoma City called for the foul.
I think Wiggins will always be remembered in that monster trade for Kevin Love a while ago. You don't see many trades like that in the NBA.
Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Beal from long range. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
And now taking a look at some numbers for Noel. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 2nd in blocks, 5th in steals, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And as you said, 1 rung below the leader in block shots. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night.
Bullock kicks to Robinson. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Gordon against Beal. Just 5 to shoot. Shot to stop the run, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Beal's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, this is what you want, right? Bradley Beal coming off the screen with purpose.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. That about wraps.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We've seen Eric Gordon really having a great game.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Ball out there with Gordon. Then it's Noel. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Back to Anthony. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
And stolen by Gordon. Now here's Paul. 8 points for him. Here's Siakam. The shot missing. Thunder trailing by 13. Van Vliet outside. At the elbow, it's Robinson. Back to Van Vliet. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists.
Boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
All up top. Pass to Wiggins. Buries the long-range jumper. Wiggins has got the lead up to 14 now for Miami.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Paul looking around. Pass to Wiggins. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wiggins has got 12 in the game.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Shoots from the elbow, and there's another one for the Thunder.
Boy, Melo has made a name for himself with his mid-range game, and you can see why right there.
And finished off by Siakam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Outside Anthony. He kicks it to Bullock. Van Vliet outside. Paul with the steal. Here's Gordon. Banked in off the glass. He's got 9.
Court vision, intellect, basketball IQ, the masterful distributor that is Chris Paul.
Anthony on the wing. Over Siakam. Anthony's shot is off.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. You look at the Thunder. .109 left here in the third quarter. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 16-point game, and the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul. And 1:01 left in the third. Van Vliet against Paul. Van Vliet with the bucket. Van Vliet's got 6 here in this quarter.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And he makes that one.
Working inside, Chris Paul has the ability to outsmart the opposition and makes himself a good shot opportunity.
Van Vliet passes to Robinson. Now here's Bullock, covered by Wiggins. Now Bullock. No points in the game yet for him. 2 points. That one goes.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Wiggins outside. The teardrop falls in. Wiggins has got 14.
Defense on its heels right now. Wiggins makes an adjustment, pulls up for the soft floater.
And so it's the Miami Heat in command with a 16-point lead as the... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So for Oklahoma City right now, Anthony out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. And it's Robinson in at the center. Van Vliet right side.
Well, you're really impressed with the growth of Fred Van Vliet as a scorer. This guy's so coachable, so willing to take what the defense gives him, knocks down the jump shot.
Gordon, the pass to Siakam. Takes the 13-footer. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Free throw good. Siakam.
And I'll tell you guys, the leap that Pascal Siakam has taken has really been fun to watch. From role player to emerging star. And guys, he's not done growing yet.
The shot's good from Paul. And the Heat lead by 19.
And just willing to take chances defensively pays off in a transition basket.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
Shot clock at 6. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Beal. Sweet little floater.
Soft floating jumper from Beal right there, adding to his offensive attack. Seemed to totally catch the defense by surprise.
Pass to Siakam. Over Anthony. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Thunder trailing by 19. Inside. Here's Beal. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
I like the mentality by Beal. Takes it inside, mixes it up a little bit. Nice.
The Heat leading by 17. Paul outside. Fades away. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Van Vliet. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, this guy is cooking right now. Fred Van Vliet has found his rhythm, and the defense better step up here.
Free throw good, Van Vliet. And so here is Miami. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And Noel kicks to Siakam. There's a minute 47 left to play in the final quarter. Shot clock at 5. For 3. That shot off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. To the inside. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Bullock.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
And here is Noel. Floats it up there for Siakam.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Heat.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Chris Paul.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Here's Beal. Got it. Good job in the low post.
I tell you, that's physical defense. Bradley Beal being aggressive, maintains his focus, finishes through contact. Exactly what you want from this guy.
Stolen by Van Vliet. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good.